This is why it was right for me to dread coming back to this game after so long. Levels like these. I've already forgotten my strategies. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's get the start going, and then we'll figure out how to dodge everything that kills me. But to be fair, it's also levels like these that make this game worth completing. I do wonder if there's a safer spot I can just hang out sort of up near the top. Like, if I could demonstrate, like, up here. I didn't do a good job demonstrating. Let's try that again. I did do a good job. Why is that exploding against me? That's not... It's rude. Like, up here. Is that a safe spot? It kind of is. Except... Whoa. So I need to get the key and then get to that position. Which, some of those things are... All of those things are hard. Oh, I got a key. Guys. So yeah, I don't know how much progress I'm gonna make in this video. I don't know how much I'm actually gonna talk during this video. I don't know how much you're actually gonna... This could just be a 4-minute death montage. I don't have time to edit much these days. I'm so busy. Oh, okay, maybe I really like the plan of dashing on. I'm wearing out my thumb, doing this all wrong. I saw a doctor the other day, and we talked about a bunch of things that weren't related to my thumb. So I'll see a doctor again, same doctor, in fact, in a couple weeks, and maybe that time we'll talk about my thumb, but it's not likely. I mean, it's not healing, so I ought to see somebody about it, but there's just more pressing issues to work out. It turns out my health could be better, you know. I mean, part of that is because I don't really take care of myself. Alright, I'm gonna jump over this one. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh! All according to plan. No, oh, that was so good. Man, maybe I should just spend this video talking about myself. What do you think, guys? Do you want to know about what's going on? I need to make a proper update video to actually talk about what's going on, but I can reiterate that I have a new print and play free to download card game almost ready to go. I don't think it'll be up as of today. Somebody told me I'm not doing a good enough job advertising the Team Word, you know, the print and play game that I did already finish. She's right. But, you know, that's just not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to hang out with my friends, you know. But I know my friends care about the things I'm accomplishing, the things I'm doing. So, you know, that game is still available for free. I'm so tired of working on that game. I haven't worked on it at all. But this new one, which I really like, it's ready to play, and you know, hopefully in a few days it'll be available for you to go check out. So maybe I'll actually link to it during the end screen of all of my videos to properly advertise what I'm doing. I could do that. I don't think anybody follows the links on the end screen of anybody's videos anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I was so close to winning, and now I can't even get past this second obstacle. I say so close to winning. Yeah, right. Oh, my nose. Oh, it's so itchy. My cat. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Definitely blame my cat for my itchy nose. Although earlier I was blaming the weather. Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay. It's fine. Just take a death. Scratch the nose. It's also this game. Because my nose was really itchy last time I was playing this game too. Huh. Meat Boy, what do you do to me? It's the stress. It's the same reason this game triggers my Tourette's and all that. Maybe I should see a doctor about that one. Seeing a doctor about everything else these days and not getting anything productive done. I hate seeing the doctor. Anyway, so yeah, my new game is called Dueling to the Pain. And it's a one-on-one fighting game. And it's technically an expandable card game or living card game. People call them living card games, but you're not legally allowed to call your game a living card game because it's a copyrighted term. Just like collectible card game was or trading card game. Trading card game was copyrighted by Wizards, so all the copycats are collectible card games, or the other way around. I don't actually know. Wizards of the Coast when I say Wizards. Magic the Gathering, you know. Yeah, but that's what it is. So you know, you have your collection of cards, and you build your own deck, and you play them against your opponent who has their own collection of cards, and they build their own deck, and it's small and simple and actually has a lot of depth, which is, you know, that's my specialty. Small, simple games with surprising depth. It's what I like to play, and it's what I like to design. There's a game on Kickstarter right now called Warriors of Jogu. Warriors of Jogu, subtitle Faint. Don't know why it has a subtitle. Warriors of Jogu is enough of a name. I assume because they're planning lots of expansions, and they'll each be called Warriors of Jogu Secret Mission, Warriors of Jogu Tactics, you know, whatever, stuff like that. Just have different subtitles. Which I approve of. I mean, dueling, if I do an expansion, since it is an expandable card game, I ought to do an expansion. The expansion would be called Dueling something else. You know, dueling. I want them all to be Princess Bride quotes, because it makes me really happy. So, it's a great Princess Bride quote. Have fun storming the castle, boys. Dueling, have fun storming the castle, boys. Or, dueling, you killed my father, prepare to die. Those are good names. Although Dueling to the Pain and Dueling Prepare to Die are not quite. Well, I mean, but that could be the theme of the expansion. You know, make it all about killing your opponent instead of just hurting them. I actually recently rewatched that movie. That is one of my favorite movies. That movie is so good. If you're nerdy, you have to love that movie. As far as I'm concerned. If you're nerdy and you don't love that movie, then we're not friends. I shouldn't say that. If you're nerdy and you don't love that movie, then I question your lifestyle decisions. That's more like it. But I also, you know, I love movies that are just fun, that don't take themselves too seriously. And oh boy, that movie does not take itself seriously at all. Which is good. I mean, you know, there's death. The main character, spoilers, if you haven't seen it, go watch it before you let me spoil anything. The main character dies, but he's only mostly dead. Oh, maybe that's the perfect subtitle for the first expansion. Dueling Mostly Dead. Man, that's such a good movie. Anyway, so, but this isn't my idea for that. So, okay, I'm going to talk about dueling, guys. I don't know what I was planning on talking about for that. Wow, that didn't work out. For this series, this game, this series of deaths, maybe I should call it. But I'm just going to talk about my new card game. Get hyped, guys. So I originally designed the first version of Dueling. It had a different subtitle back then, which was no good. I was so thrilled when I recently finally came up with the proper subtitle for Dueling. But, you know, I just call it Dueling. The original idea for it, at the time, I was so fed up with Magic, because Magic was just the game back then. This was 11 or 12 years ago. Let me finish my thought. I originally designed the first version. Hey, that was almost amazing. I kind of want to do that again, actually. Just jump through everything and then get the key and then dodge. Huh! Again, the level is called Patience, so could the key be right there in front of me this whole time? Just wait a second and then go. Oh, I can consistently dodge through those 3 shrapnel projectiles. Well, that time I didn't, but you know. Oh, that time I didn't either. I was going too slowly. That's Mr. Slowly, the U. Top Gear reference. If Tofu Boy actually still watched my videos, he'd get that reference, but he doesn't, so. That's okay. He's too busy on Twitch, watching Twitchers. Is that what they're called? I think Twitcher means something else, though. Okay, now suddenly this isn't working as well as it should be. There it is. And then, wow, okay. What was I saying? Dueling! So, yeah, it's I said 11 or 12 years ago. I was so I was 22. I might have even been 21, so maybe it was 13 years ago. Wow, that's a long time ago. And I played it with my best friend, and we really liked it, and I would not leave well enough alone, and I constantly updated it, and he constantly hated that I kept updating it, but it was better every time for it, so it was worth it. We used to play for push-ups. Your life total, your hit points in that game are represented by your card count. You start with a 50-card deck, and every point of damage you take ends up discarding a card from your hand or from your deck. And we would play that you have to, for every card your opponent has left, if you lose, you have to do 1 push-up. So he had a habit of beating me about maybe 6 games out of 7, maybe 4 games out of 5, if I want to be generous to myself. But he'd only barely beat me. He'd only beat me by, less than 10, by a couple. So I only had to do a couple of push-ups. And then I'd win by like 20 or 30, and he'd have to do 1,000,000 push-ups, because 20 and 30 is literally 1,000,000 when it comes to push-ups, as you know. Man, those days. And now I'm so incredibly unfit, and he is in such good shape, and I'm gonna go play games with him in a month or so, and the reason I wanted to finish this game was to play it with him in a month or so, and I'm sure, and he's watching, of course, Chris. I'm sure he's gonna want to play for push-ups, and it's gonna be painful, but I'm gonna do it. If he wants to, I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna kill me. So I'm so incredibly unfit, and it's not gonna be any problem for him. There was he made a special for something, a challenge something, where he did like 200 push-ups. That was insane. I remember talking to him about dueling at the time, like, wow, if we still played dueling, you would have no problem at all. Something like that. I don't know what I said, but okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just talking about this game. So dueling, yeah. What else should I say? What did I already say about this game? So it's 1,000,000 years old, and because I'm going to visit him next month, I was going through all my games, figuring out what I should take, the games I designed and the games that I own, coming up with a short list, and this was one of the games that we used to play a lot and enjoy, and it seems like a great opportunity for me to play test a new version of the game, so I decided to go make a new version of the game, and it was already almost complete, actually. The files had been sitting there for 2 or 3 years, untouched, just the updated version. But I'm a much better game designer now than I was 2 or 3 years ago, so of course I had to update it, and then I had to write the rules, and I had to do some graphic design, and just had to make it all better. Because that's what I do, because that's what you gotta do as a creative person. You can't leave well enough alone. So that's why I did it, so I could play it with him. But the whole time, of course, I knew I was going to make it a print-and-play game, because what's the point of making a game just for me? But so this version of the game has actually never been played, but I'm confident I know what I'm doing, because I've played so many different versions of this game that it's not that different from the... Whoa, that guy. Maybe I should have climbed the wall there? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I feel like I should be able to dodge those projectiles more consistently. Wow, I feel like I need to scratch my nose more consistently. Yeah, so that's what got me started, but the whole process of working on that game, I went through so many ideas of what do I actually want. I know I don't have the key. I still don't have the key. What do I actually want this game to become? And I tried so many different genres. So when I originally designed this game, I designed it as a living card game. For those of you who don't know, I gotta go check on my mom. Okay, it's all good. Sounded vaguely like she had opened the door, which is not good because then she might wander off and get lost. So had to make sure but it was something else. She's just working, doing chores, being productive. Okay, completely lost what living card game. So, living card game is the game industry's answer to the unsustainable business model of collectible card games. So you design a collectible card game, but instead of making it collectible or tradable, whatever the proper term is, I don't even know, you make it a living card game. The primary difference being that players can buy all of the cards at once instead of, buying packs and chasing rares and and spending thousands of dollars for a tournament quality deck like you have to in Magic. And that's just standard as well. The amount of money it costs to get a tournament quality vintage deck, it's still thousands, but it's a couple more digits of thousands. It's insanely ridiculous. It should not. That game. You know that game? Oh, man, tangent. That game. I used to love that game. That game is more than 25 years old now. It was so far ahead of its time, but it's not anymore. Now, whatever you want from Magic, you can get it better from other games. You know, you want a replayable one-on-one strategy game? Go buy Onitama. That game's amazing. If you want, you can buy any number of deck builders or drafting games. You know, Seven Wonders, Sushi Go. That's a fantastic drafting game. Deck builders. My favorite is Star Realms, but that's just me. There are so many deck builders now, and you know, they're just so right for scratching that collectible card game itch. And then, of course, there's living card games. Any living card game will do the job, as long as it's a good game, of whatever collectible card game you want to play. I don't play any living card games. I don't have any, but it's just because they haven't interested me. Because I like deck builders and drafting games more. But that being said, there is one thing Magic does better than any other game in the world. Any other game, really the only game that could do it, but it isn't, is Legend of the Five Rings. It's history. That game has such an amazing, rich history. Finally! I'm not done talking, so I'm gonna keep playing, but... Woo! Oh, man. You just can't get it. It's because it's been around for so long. And of course, the latest set that they're previewing right now, the main theme of that set, history. I'm so in love with it. I'm so sick of Magic. I don't want to ever play Magic again, but this new set, I'm so in love with it. Oh, there's a new Jaya Ballard card. There's a new Teferi card. There's a new Karn. There's a new Jorah. There's a Jodah card. Jodah, guys. You don't even know. Jodah. Okay. I can't get over it. Oh, what am I doing? How do I, next level. I'll go back on the map, please. I forgot how to react after I beat a level, because it's not something I did last time. No, please, no. I hate these things. Okay, hopscotch, huh? Oh, man, this is not going to be easy or sane. All right, I'm going to give it a second, and then I'm going to jump and go under the saw blade. And then I need to go over the next saw blade. Yes, easy. No, not that. Oh, how do I? Whoa, yes. Oh, no, I should have gone ahead. Oh, okay, I'll get there. So, dueling was my answer to Magic, because I hated how unsustainable playing Magic was. And I wanted a game that was just as flexible and engaging and strategic and interesting, while being smaller and you buy all the cards at once. So, without realizing it, I invented the living card game before it actually became a thing. Okay. And I even called it an expandable card game. So, how about that? But you know, that was just for my own fun playing with my friends. But now, figuring out what to do with dueling, you know, the everybody buys their own 90 cards and builds a 50 card deck. That's not really what a living card game is. It doesn't really work. For a living card game, you don't want everybody to have to buy their own copy. That worked somehow. You want that to be an option. If you want to be able to play two similar decks against each other, then you'll have to buy two sets, and that's fine. You know, for as a gamer, that's good to have that option, but it's also good to have the option of not needing to do that. So as the game designer, you want it to go both ways. And that's just not how mine was. It just wasn't, 90 cards isn't enough to make two 50-card decks. And so in theory, you could make two 45-card decks, but they wouldn't be balanced very well, right? So, although, my friend Kleiser, who proofread my rules for me, suggested maybe I pre-design some decks, and that's what I would do. I would design two fairly well-balanced 45-card decks that you can make with a single set. But that would take a lot of playtesting, which I just don't have access to right now. So for now, I'm not doing that, but in the future, I probably will. I might not even beat this level today. This game is never going to end, guys. Let's be fair. Let's be honest about our Super Meat Boy experience. I don't want to go down too far. Thank you. Whoa, yes, 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 that worked very well. All on purpose. I don't like this level. So, I considered adding more cards, making it a proper expandable card game, and I considered making it a deck builder, I just talked about, or a drafting game, and I came up with mechanics for both of those ideas. But I ended up, my final version is going to be expandable card game with 200 cards and very different deck construction rules. Instead of, picking whatever 50 cards you want like it is now, the deck construction rules are a lot more strict. So it works a lot better with making two decks with a single set. And again, the option of getting another set so you can make similar or identical decks, that's up to the player. That's still available. You can still do that, but you really don't have to. That's not how the game is designed. So I haven't designed all those extra cards for 200, but that is the next step. However, in the process of coming up with what else I could do with this game, I did design the mechanics. I took my hand off my controller because I thought I was dead. Turns out I'm just amazing. Whoa, that was... Whoa! Got a little bit too much bounce there. I'm going down too low. I don't know if I could have survived that at all. Okay, so I like this. Get a lot of bounce. Oh, no. It's so hard to go under that guy. Yeah, I designed a deck building game that I really like. Mechanics for a deck building game using the same core mechanic that dueling has. So that's going to be a whole different game. It's going to use the same core mechanic. But it's going to have a completely different theme, and it's going to be a deck builder. And they will be quite different games. Dueling is designed to be a strategy game, a one-on-one combat strategy game. And this other game is going to be a lot more lighthearted, a lot more... It's about little critters in the woods being adorable and creepy at the same time. Adorable spiders and adorable centipedes and adorable worms and adorable foxes and adorable... what else? Bats. Just all the most creepy, adorable things. I'm really looking forward to working on that game. But dueling comes first. I'm sort of working on them both at the same time, but dueling is my priority. And I don't know, I don't have any plans on making that game a free print and play game. I suppose I should be planning on it. That's something I hadn't considered. So, yeah, that's what's been going on with me. I made a game. It's not quite available to you yet, I think. I'm uploading this on Monday. Maybe it's available by now. I don't know. If it is, I will link to it in the description and the end screen. If it's not, then give it a few days and then I'll link to it in the description and the end screen. The problem is I need to print out my own playtest copy. Oops, I don't know what I was trying to do there. And then cut them out, because, it's a print and play game, so you have to cut them all out. Takes a while, and then sleeve them all, and then take pictures. And then I can use the pictures on the page where you can download the game. As the cover screen, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. So I need to do that before I actually make it publicly available. But that's it. Other than that, the game is playable and probably actually very good. I've never played this version, but having played all the other versions, I'm pretty sure this is the best version. So at least there's that. And I won't play it. Well, actually, I might play it with Clyster. He mentioned playing it over Skype or, over Discord is what we'll do. And that would be really cool. But yeah, I don't know. So I also need to print out my own cards and build my own deck for that. That'll be fun. But I am very much looking forward to playing it with my best friend, because, that's the origin of the game. Go over him. Go up. Oh, I don't want to quit before beating this level, but I've been talking for 26 minutes. So maybe I should just shut up and play. I think I have time. I mean, I have a lot to do today, but when is that not true? I always have a lot to do. I never get everything done on my to-do list. I have a grand to-do list of all the things I should be working on and spending my time on, and all the things I need to get done. Sort of more of a get-done list rather than a to-do list, if that makes sense. Oh, I didn't get enough height. Oh, that was it too. But that's overwhelming if I look at it every day. I do look at it every day, but every day I make a small list of all the things I need to do for the day. Like today, one of the things on my list was record and edit and upload this game and Environmental Station Alpha. Today is Friday, the previous Friday. Lindsay, why are you scratching on the carpet? Oh, too late, little meat girl. You're not meat girl, bandage girl. Okay, Mimsy, no scratching on carpets, please. Need to clip his claws. He's scratching a little bit too much these days. He has things he's allowed to scratch, but he likes scratching on the carpet because he's a monster. Actual hair on my face. Mimsy, this is why my allergies are a problem today. It's not the only reason. What was I saying? Yeah, so besides this, I need to clean off my balcony. I need to feed the birds on my balcony. I need to feed wild birds on our balcony. They're so much fun to watch. But they make a mess, and so I need to clean it up today. Because I also need to cut some plexiglass, which I do out on the balcony. And I'd rather it was cleaned up first a bit more. I cut some of it yesterday, but it was a bit of a pain with the mess. And also, I like to invite the cats out with me while I do it. And they have a better time if it's not messy. I also need to do paperwork for the doctor. I hate doing paperwork and I hate going to the doctor. So, that's a thing. I also need to make sure to eat, which most days I don't do. I don't actually put that on my to-do list every day. Maybe that's why I don't do it. I want to make pancakes today. I have some bacon. I don't eat bacon very often anymore because I don't eat meat very often anymore. Well, I don't cook with meat anymore. I still eat meat plenty. But I bought some bacon the other day because I went to the doctor and I wanted a treat. So I bought bacon. Yes! Oh, that was kind of amazing and not entirely on purpose. Oh, okay, one more. Here we go. Yep, stick with it. Oh, this game. I can't even look at the next level. I gotta quit. What else do I have to do today? Oh, I need to print out those cards and cut them out and sleeve them and design a deck, take pictures of it. A lot of that I can do tomorrow. The reason I'm cutting plexiglass is I'm making a plexiglass shelf for my sister. A lot of that I'm doing tomorrow as well. I just want to cut the plexiglass today. Let me see the name. Curls. Okay. It's gonna be horrible. Everybody, this is my Bertrudor playing Super Meat Boy. I got some progress done. I'm still nowhere near actually finishing though. Thanks for watching.